So you drove down to Austin. Did you guys shoot or kill anything afterwards?
Unfortunately, no, but we were actually all of us. We were a little couple days after him. We're up in Utah elk hunting, and so everybody got their elk up there, and now it's time to get the back straps and throw them on the barbecue. I mean, if you want an invite to come back to Texas, you let me know. I got thick boy food waiting for you.
Bro, don't tempt me. I'll look for any excuse to get to Texas, especially right now.
Dude, the relocation of people right now is absolutely fucking insane. I mean, all the houses in this area and like the 5+ acres are getting bought up. You're having transpos from LA and Cali coming out here. I mean, it's I think everybody's in that kind of field of thought that, wait, everything's kind of conditioned to be VTC and internet based now rather than events. So, and I travel for events. And so I think this thing is going to shape the future of America and business for forever. I don't think it's ever going to go back to how it was before.
And I think for the better, man. I really do. I think for the better. But what I find interesting, no, I shouldn't say funny, what I find interesting is so many people are moving to Austin, right? Like Joe Rogan, all these people, and I'm not picking on Rogan in particular, but so many people that we know, our buddies in our circle, so many people are moving to Austin, and they're like, yeah, forget LA, there's such a democratic liberal state, I'm moving to Austin. I'm like, have you been to Austin? It's pretty liberal, man. It's pretty, it's Boulder, but with guns. You know what I'm saying? Like it's pretty liberal.
Boulder with guns, yeah. Well, that's like a kind of a fear of mine, and not to be a tin hat wearer, but it seems that there's a lot of people that had this belief system as far as how taxation and economics should work, and then they were in a failed state and failed governed state, however, from a municipality level or whatever up to the whole state. But then they leave and they bring that kind of same economic ideology to a properly run city. I'm like, hey, maybe this is a learning lesson where you don't bring your bullshit out to us. And I'm not saying like we're perfect or right, but there's a reason that, you know, we're not like a bunch of debt, right? Like our state. So
correct.
Like, maybe like fuck off a little bit, please.
Yeah, it's a little weird, right? It's like, why would you bring the same mentality that caused, you know, the ruins in LA over to Texas? Like that obviously didn't work, man. So if you're just moving over here, if enough of you move over here, you're just gonna shape the ideology over there. It's gonna be a fucking shit show. But you guys have
maybe
guns.
the silver lining is we'll legalize weed in Texas finally. You know, other than that, you know, I think some people look at conservative states as, oh, they're so right wing, and then they get to meet us. They're like, I don't care who you fuck. I think it's great. Like smoke weed. Like, you know. Don't take all my taxpayer money and burn it. That's kind of what I don't want you to do.
Yeah, I can't believe weed isn't legal in Texas yet. Like, come on. It's the only knock on Texas, really.
It is, you know, and I don't think it's not the people's fault necessarily. I think it's more of all the lobbyists you have with the tobacco industry and the alcohol industry and
it's more of a
pharma industry. Oh, 100%. You have millions and gajillions of dollars getting dumped into anti-lobbyists for marijuana because they don't want it to get legalized because people will wean themselves off alcohol and opioids and be smoking weed and laughing their ass off rather than taking antidepressants every day. And I think that scares a lot of people that are not vested in the American public's health, but they're vested in how much money they can fucking buy so they can get their 19th yacht. And you're like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, let the homies smoke some weed together, or at least decriminalize it.
You're right, man. But when I got off stage at the Laugh Factory, right away you go, bro, I figured out what you look like. I'm like, what? This is from a bunch of other comics. I'm like, what? You're like, you look like a Rottweiler who got his shit together.
Oh, you do, bro. Yeah.
Come on, man.
I'm just saying, dude.
Grab that mic, son.
You do, bro. Look.